Find yourself getting passed by multiple cars, as I mentioned earlier on. So you're off in a very precarious situation, but he often finds himself in these places. He doesn't qualify as well as he races.
Up front, they are getting with Lee Aberdeen and Luca Varani, not very far apart at all here. But I just want to see how Alistair Hay deals with Marcello Kessler coming around the old hairpin.
I would say it's not the best decision they've ever made, just not having done that under the safety car, really.
Yeah, they're taking their pit stop strategies from Ferrari lately or something. What's going on?
In turn one, just too much gas on them, too much feet on the loud pedal, and unfortunately he's dropped him all the way down the order. But Philip Hammer is out in front by an 8.91 seconds. Dan Michael is a wall there, sir. And definitely doesn't want to be hitting that earlier on as well.
Difficult, the understeer is in the dirty air through that final corner because it's such a long corner and you get dragged off into the grass very easily. He'll have the slipstream down towards the chicane. Peterson was briefly alongside, but that slipstream has saved him and kept him in third.
Yeah, Varani now lost a little bit of time to Aberdeen, about half a second. Peterson is Pike's pushed Morton forward up ahead. He's got out of line. Is now Pike going to have a go at Werrell? Don't push him off. He's in the championship fight. Jack Werrell chasing down Carl Jacklin. Further down, Rob Williams and Chris Barnes.
Sensational run outside line now though for the heavy braking zone. Around the outside goes the Audi R8.
Look how much Miller's come back into play. Exactly. Miller's still such up. He's not on second and change. All of a sudden Miller's back in play.
Moving on to the back end of Phil Jocelyn. So there's been a lot of movers and shakers in this first 2 laps here for race.
Absolutely serious racing league. Everybody's allowed to have fun. Yeah, and it's all about the entertainment. So I hope everybody is enjoying themselves out there in the chat. We know that Ron is been enjoying himself watching the Burger King machines off into the grass a little bit there as they're really bunching up now.
Does he have it?
Medeiros is going to get it.
They're going to toss it. They haven't got it.
He's on the outside line though, going into the fastest corner on the circuit. Surely this can't work.
Dominic Ligner has got a sensational run outside line now though for the heavy braking zone. Around the outside goes the Audi R8.
Look how much Miller's caught back into play. Exactly. Miller's still start chopper. He's not on second and change. All of a sudden, Miller's back in play.
Can Barry do it? Big Barry's going to do it. Big Barry.
Good evenings, ladies and gentlemen, or good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at in the world. Welcome to Five Flags Speedway, here with some super late model action coming at you from the Racers Elite League. This is round one of their Saturday Night All Right series, bringing it along, and it is set to be a great run, a different variety of cars and tracks you'll see across this long season, but we got to kick things off somewhere, and round one coming at you. Of course, my name is Brad, and coming with me today is going to be Mr. Biggles, Mr. Dean Biggles. Good evening. It's funny we meet again on a Saturday night. How are you?
Saturday night, as Elton John, I think, would say, is the night for fighting. Well, it's fighting on track at the moment, and it's fighting for the Five Flags Speedway in Pensacola in Florida, United States of America. Round one, we'll see how they're going to pan out there. Lots of drivers on the track, lots of pace, lots of speed, and the lone qualifying session will be over very, very soon. I'm new to these cars, I'm new to this track, but I'm not new, I'm new to motor racing, my friend.
There's some things that even if you're not familiar with the car, you're not familiar with the track, it's cars, it's motor racing. There's some things that carry, and one of the things that carry is that it's always going to be exciting. Just to give you a little bit of a background about the car and the track we're running, Five Flags Speedway, local to Pensacola, Florida, known as the City of Five Flags, which references the fact that 5 governments have ran the city of Pensacola. We're not going to play a game of trivia here with Racers Elite. It is Spain, France, Great Britain, the Confederate States of America, and the United States of America. It has 15-degree banking in the corners and wide corners, even though it is just a half-mile long. So we're seeing qualifying session drivers are going between about 16.5 to 17.5 seconds a lap. And I'll tell you what, that is fast. This track's seen drivers such as Donnie Allison, Darrell Waltrip, Rich Bickle Jr., Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, and Chase Elliott win. And the car that we're running is the super late model. Super late model, 358 cubic inch V8 with 550 horsepower. It is the nice blend of a modified and a nationwide car. Lots of downforce generated, and it can hold very high cornering speeds. So you throw 15-degree banking with a car with a lot of downforce and high cornering speeds, it's going to show a lot of good action. And of course, this car did get the beautiful 2021 Season 2 lift here in iRacing that the next-gen cars got, that added on some of the fun damage physics models and new things to it. So you throw that together, and you can live Moss and Baja Blast your way around a lap. Ha! We're already starting with the puns, Biggles.
Oh, we are. The 43, the machine at the moment, there's got a little twirly whirly. He's already done his lap there, I have to say. Alex there for the Doritos and Taco Bell. It's a sponsor at the moment. If anything, I've been to Pensacola, actually. It reminds me of a long time I've been to Pensacola, but he's going to get back out again. However, get some goddamn lighting out on the track there. iRacing. Okay, I know it's simulating the real world scenario where it might be a little dark, but yeah, come on, throw some lighting in there. We want to see these fantastic liveries. Hello, everybody out there that is tuning in. Don't be shy. Give us some predictions at the moment. You've got some people out there, you're going to be supporting all the different colored machines. There's the 43 machine going around again of Alex. He's basically not even put a lap time in, I don't think, and be looking to start from the back of the grid. However, it doesn't really matter at the moment, isn't it, in oval racing, because you complete all those laps. It's all about finishing when Barney is waving that flag.
Yeah, and it's going to be a long one tonight. It's 160 laps coming at you. It was originally scheduled to be about 110, I believe. And then admin decided to stretch it out. They had a race last night. The race ran real quick. And they said, hey, we want to give everybody a little bit more racing. So they stretched things out. And of course, here at the JP Broadcasting Network, we don't mind that a bit. We love watching racing, and we love bringing it to everybody that wants to watch. So if you are joining us live here, thank you very much for joining. And if you're watching the VOD later, thank you very much for watching after the fact. We understand that sometimes at night, not the best thing for everyone, but hey, this is what we do, and this is what we're bringing to you. Kyle Cooper and Austin Smith are going to be up front here at 16.405 and a 16.434 respectively. Kinsley Smith and Shelly Kitzman are going to round out our second row here. And then running through our third row, it's Corey Crow and Brandon Puffenbarger. That's a heck of a name, and I'm sure I'll say that wrong at least once or twice. Dennis Kane and Truth Hoke round out our fourth row. Fifth row is going to be Brandon Sanfilippo and Andrew Teft. Andrew Teft, one of the admin here, and one of the Teft brothers. And we'll talk about the Teft brothers in a little bit after some action last week. Lee Campbell, Joshua Neal are going to round out our next row here on this round one at Five Flags Speedway and the Racers Elite Series. And then from there, we're looking at Brandon Honeycutt and John Schoenbachler being the next ones. Ira Colas and AJ Coffin, Matthew Jarrett, Lucas Simers, Gordon Spain, and Alex Teft, the other Teft brother, rounding out our 20-car grid to bring you 160 laps around this half-mile short track on what is just classic Saturday night. It's late models. It's a half-mile oval. This is the epitome of what you want in Saturday night racing, isn't it, Biggles?
Well, if you're on pole as well, too, at least up there for Kyle Cooper there, Austin Smith, and Kensley Smith there, and Shelley, and as you talk about the Andrew Tiff and his sibling also a little bit further back at the moment there, but there they are. We'll go through there, and they're going to get the pace car start, of course, because in oval racing they don't do standing starts. Corey Corral there, $50 for the winner, $25 for the second place there, and I think that's 10 or something. It's underneath the little love heart that I have in the YouTube world out there. Is it 10? I can't see what it is for third.
It is $15 for third race.
God damn. Stop putting the little love heart over that one. So 15 and then a 10. What's a hard charger, just to define that to the audience?
Hard charger is going to be person who makes up the most positions, best racer, driver of the day. There's a few different ways you can define the hard charger, depending on how you want to look at it. But yeah, driver of the day, let's call it that. It's going to be the person who absolutely pushes it through. And of course, things are going to get real interesting because it's 100% fuel. They get 2 fast repairs here in this run, 1 green-white checkered attempt, which means if something happens near the end, it is 1 and done. You get 1 time to dust it through. And then, of course, the airborne graphics paint goes to the winner. And then from there, we'll talk about a bit more because we're already green flag, Biggles. I don't want to miss the start of this race as the number 73 Kyle Cooper takes off very early here. It's something we'll talk about too, as well as the race settles down after these first few laps. Things should settle themselves back up into single file here with these 20 cars as they go through, because that single file is going to be the best way for them to run early on. And that number 23, Austin Smith, already putting pressure through. He's going to try to charge it up the inside, because if you go to the high line like Kyle Cooper is, it's not going to be your fastest way around this track here, unfortunately. Now, as we set things up.
Oh, there's 73 on the outside there. So Kyle, under big pressure, big time there, and already dropping a couple places, 2 of them, in fact, from the lead. So slotting himself back in behind Kensley Smith there in P3. He's got Shelby to deal with there, Clint Smith and Corey just lurking in the background. I was actually just curious at the moment if Kyle's livery had loaded correctly, and he's like nice, clean, and cool, calm, collective. He's just like, I like white, goes fast, reflects all the light. Let's see if he can reflect all the other drivers away. Caution already here on lap 4, actually. Sorry.
Caution early on, and hopefully Biggles, not too many issues there. Looks like Discord decided to restart on me for whatever reason that it decided to. Let's look at a quick replay of what happened there. This is the 9 and the 42, number 9 of John Schloblocker and the 42 of Lucas Simers coming through, but is it them? It's the 42. He goes around there on the start-finish straight, just completely turns it into the wall, gets going, but because he is stopped there on the start-finish straight, it looks like caution thrown early on to get things going. And drivers have 3 sets of tires, Biggles. I don't anticipate anyone deciding to pit here early, and of course they can run 100% fuel, so I think they can make it the 160 laps on fuel if they're careful with it, but some drivers might opt for an early splash and go.
Yeah, well, Lee has at the moment. Lee Campbell, he's gone in. Now, we know that Lucas is going to go in because he had a little tap at the fence, right? And unfortunately, the fence denied his date. But Lee is having a date right now with his pit crew for the 22 machine because it was a solo accident from Lucas. And Lucas was, by the way, the solo German driver, and hats off to him, early in the morning in his neck of the woods there. Everybody else is here is from the United States of America. So whatever Lee's doing, he's doing and he's actually going to get out just ahead of Lucas. And can he get out ahead of Austin with the pace car is going to be key, so we can get back around and catch the pack, and I think he can. So
he absolutely does.
Maybe a clever play. Maybe you never know what drivers do. Are they short fueled? Is he going to gas it up so that later on, if there's another caution, and most likely you'd have to say there would be another caution, then bingo, he could just zap on by wherever he has to get there and get some gasoline.
I'd be very shocked if we make it through this race without another caution. Just knowing the knowledge of short tracks, just knowing the knowledge of how hard these drivers are going to race each other, I will be very surprised if no more cautions come through, because these drivers aren't going to give anyone a break. They are going to be very, very quick to keep things moving and to keep things very competitive. And hey, it's what I love about short tracks on a Saturday night. Austin Smith and Kinsley Smith, are they related? Did we find out if they're related last week?
I probably will not be able to remember. Somebody in the chat will remind me, because I think this week actually 3 leagues that I broadcast have had multiple siblings and relations stuff. So, oh, you're throwing spat on the mix at the moment. But anyway, the pace car's been thrown the pit road, and what an exit from Austin down the road there. But more importantly, the 73, the 15, and on the outside there, Kingsley Smith is going to go higher against the wall there, as the other drivers are. Here we go. Green, green, green.
Green flag through, and these laps are going to come real quick, so everybody just keep your eyes open and keep paying attention, because a half-mile track with a 16-second lap, it don't go very long. We're already going to be a wonderful 10 laps into 160, so 150 to go, and watch this battle right here between that 25 and between that number 15 there on the high side. It looks like the livery reloaded there, and that is actually going to be the Camping World Waltrip livery there on the 15 that you see on the high side. And look at him just trying to hold on. We're riding on board with Brandon Pufferbarger. What a last name. I love it. And riding on board here, watching this battle here on the backside as we see the drivers coming around again, going through, and they are going to keep each other very honest. That high line I didn't think would be very fast. Typically with short tracks, it is. You want to stay on the low side, but look at this Kyle Cooper putting the pressure on Austin Smith very, very quickly as we go through. And it is going to be Austin Smith on the outside and Corey Crow on the inside. Woo! I am paying attention to my drivers, I promise. It's been a long day for everybody involved, but let's make sure we get this right. Kyle Cooper drops back to 3rd place, and it is Prowl up into 2nd, and Smith in the lead by a pretty significant little margin, 1.45 seconds. You say, well, 1.5 seconds ain't a lot, but look at the distance on the short track. It's nearly the whole distance in the backstretch.
It's massive. I was sitting there going, is Austin the pace car? Look at him. He's calling. In fact, if anything, at some point in the very short future, he's going to be catching the rest of the back of the tail end of this pack. So whatever he's got gassed in that one, he is gassed up to the mile there, gaining 1 position from P2. But the battle is obviously forming right here between Corey, Kyle Cooper there, Shelley, Brandon, Pufferbarger, as you mentioned, not a great name there. Brandon's going to put him in a bit of challenge. So look at that gap that they're forming at the back here. So there's Brandon on the inside there of the 59 machine there of Truth. And also further, there's Matthew. It looks like similar liveries, whether they're going to be also teammates or not. But then again, if you have similar livery, you are teammates at this point. So, hey, your teammate is faster than you or not, but something has to happen. 17 down, 143 laps to go.
143 laps to go, making 142 as we cross the line here. And again, you can see that number 14 and that number 80, San Filippo and Jarrett working together hard, getting around Hope there on the outside and pushing things through. Shelly Kitzman, watch Shelly Kitzman making a move here down the inside of that number 73 of Cooper, trying to make a move around, and that 73 is going to be left to dry on the outside. Nobody wants to run that outside line and get caught outside. This isn't like your big super speedways where you want to run 2x2 side by side. This is a single file track. And if you're not on that inside line, you are absolutely left, done, and dusted unless you've got something in that car to make it work. And as you can see, he doesn't have it to make it work, so Cooper will slot back into 5th here, and it is a 5-way battle here from 2nd through 6th, because again, our leader, Austin Smith, is just gone. Over 2 seconds to lead. Way up here.
Yeah, hello, Austin. Remember, there is a race behind you, and you'll see that soon, actually. And there it is. There's Corey, and he's got a gaggle of cars behind him. In fact, only a handful. But I think there's an incident, or maybe not an incident at the moment. We are seeing a few drivers making a lot of position gains there. High line, the low line, as you said, taking care of tires, taking care of fuel, taking care of strategy, and remember there's still 139 laps to go. So some drivers are playing strategy, some drivers are playing, well, maybe I've done a little mistake or not. There's Brandon in the field there, but more than anything up at the sharp end of the field here. Once again, let's see what's going to pan out here. Welcome along, race one.
Race one of what's going to be a nice, exciting season here. And as they've properly named it, as I mentioned, they are calling this here at Racers Elite Saturday Night's All Right. And I absolutely love the nickname that they've came up with because it sets up very, very smooth, very, very relaxed. And it's going to be a lot of mixes. There's going to be some dirt track racing. The Chili Bowl and Eldora are going to make an appearance. And of course, we'll round out this season 17th of February with Daytona in the Gen 4 Cup cars. But again, we got to start somewhere, and we're starting here with the super late models at 5 flags, and there's somebody slow on the inside. That is, I believe, the Reese's Puffs car. Peanut butter chocolate deliciousness, but is going to drop way back there. Truth Oak dropping back just a bit, that number 59, all the way into last place now. And I didn't see exactly what caused it, but I can tell you, that is not what you want. And here's our replay. Biggles, you're coming in clutch, and saves it out of the wall just enough. Slides on the backstretch on the exit of the corner, but saves it. But still, resolved down to last place. But hey, no damage on the car, and that's maybe more important. Am I right, Biggles?
Oh, absolutely, of course. Yeah, keeping out of the fence, and that's a good save. Because you can catch the rest of the pack there. And we don't want to cause a caution. We like green flag racing, especially all these drivers, especially Austin up the road there with a 2-second gap, which is massive, as you mentioned, on a short track like this. So he does not want a caution at this point. He's like, I'm continuing up the road. But the 25 machine of Shelley is bringing it to the 20 of Corey in the inside. Tucks it in there nicely. Make it stick towards the exit. Remember, it tightens up very, very sharp there. And he's got the inside line. He can get it done. More than anything, you have to say, Brandon's going to say, well, anything you can do, I can do as well, too. So Corey's in a bit of trouble, isn't it, for the 20 machine on the outside line. He's going to drop another place. In fact, might lose one in the 73 of Carl if he doesn't be careful.
He is going to lose it because, again, that high line, you get hung out to dry, and there it is. Corey Crowell dropping back down into 4th place. Started 5th, though, so up a position already, and hey, that's pretty successful if you want to be honest. Starting 5th, currently in 4th, not a bad way to run things. Kyle Cooper started our pole position.
Yeah, but Brandon went out wide to the 91, and that allowed Corey back through again. So how is it? Is you make a little mistake into the turn there, and you're like, oops, I'm going to have to drift it out to the wall, of course, because you want to make sure you're not going to fully bin it, and then you're going to sacrifice some speed, sacrifice a place, but more importantly, you're going to keep your place, or drop a place, because it's more important than keeping out of the fence and having to get a bit of duct tape on your car to fix it.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself, Biggles. It is more important to have a race car that's running than it is to defend a position that you know you've lost. And here we go. Watch this battle right here. Kinsley Smith currently running in P7. There we go. I had to find the other Smith name. I'm too busy looking at both Smith names. And here we go. Joshua Neal running in P10, trying to keep a run around there. The 82 on the outside. Again, outside line is not where you want to make that run. I think the middle line may try to come in later in this race. We're lap 36 of 160, and I will say, I do think the middle line will eventually rubber itself in and start to come to the drivers, and that lower line may start to wear out. But as it is so early days in this run, I don't see it happening now. But Kinsley Smith doing the best they can to defend here against that number 14 car of San Filippo, and just absolutely hold on to it there. And Brandon looks like he has some pace there in that number 14. Check back in here at the front here, because that number 73, yet again, of Kyle Cooper and Corey Crowell putting some pressure on that number 25 of Kitzman. Shelly Kitzman getting the way forward, but now needs to defend it and do the best they can. And you can see they are trying real hard just to hold the line here. Austin Smith, I'm not even going to talk about Austin Smith. 3 seconds the lead. They have been practicing this track hard, apparently, because Austin Smith is just gone. I think Austin Smith forgot that this was the race, and they could give everyone a little bit of opportunity to try to feel like they're going to win.
Austin's in round 2 already, isn't he? Not in round 1. Corey, look at this, how dark it is inside the cockpit there. So, which is probably even better, because you can actually focus on the very poorly dimmed circuit there, iRacing. Get that fixed. But Corey, 1 position gained. He's solidly, look at the steering wheel, the way he's fighting it up against the fence there. He's battling it out there with Kyle Cooper there, and Shelley is up the road there in the 25 machine. Once again, we cannot see Austin. That's how far up the road he is. But there, at this point, you got to take one driver and one place at a time. So that's not what is in Corey's mind. Corey's also got Brandon just behind him. So remember, if you are in the cockpit, you're looking at a driver driving, you know, that's one thing. But remember, the driver knows what there's other. And we do have information from Michael Smith out there. Austin and Kensley are not related. Just a coincidence, okay? And again, they're race drivers on the same track at the same place. So at some point, these paths have aligned themselves, even in name.
Hey, if you're going to share the last name, I mean, might as well just roll with it. So, but not related, good to know. However, I'm sure that there's a little bit of love to each other for having the same last name. Anyways. We'll check on board here with Brandon Puffenbarger we're watching here, trying to defend for that number 20 of Corey Crowell, who has fallen back behind, and now Corey Crowell wants to try to get a run. And look at that 73. Look at Cooper there. Kyle Cooper starting to run slightly higher up the track than we've seen here in 44 laps. Now 45 laps. Starting to run slightly higher up the track. And Biggles, I mentioned the low line is the way to go, but I think if enough drivers start running that midline and start rubbering that in, I think that midline will start to come to him.
I think you're right. You'll actually see it because this is what I'm used to with Fantastic having the opportunity of late casting with oval racing that I didn't know because I'm more of a track road man in the past, but a lot of expert commentators, you know, have said, look, you know, you start to rubber it down. You actually see the sliding in the rear end. You actually see a bit of tire marks. iRacing will show you that in a graphic, which is fine, fantastic. And then you're like, wow, okay, I didn't realize that, how much is sliding, how much traction's put down there. And as you said, the track evolves. And iRacing is a fantastic simulator where it does allow the evolution of a track. Not just of that, temperatures and all that sort of stuff comes into play. And if you're driving this element, remember, these drivers, you know, separate by milliseconds. It doesn't look like that on the track, but, you know, there is milliseconds separated between them. That evolution of a track makes a huge, huge difference. So it's all about finding that grip, isn't it? Like, how are you going to find it? Well, gamble with it, don't you? Put the car in that place and go, wow, this feels good, feels comfortable. All of a sudden, you know, it's like going out in the snow, isn't it? And all of a sudden you've got some grip on your boots rather than being on ice skates.
You'd see in real life. You'd see it in real life too, that as, you know, the track evolves, as things run, drivers will start venturing up the track. They'll start venturing different lines, trying to make things come to them and make things work. And I think that's where we're starting to hit. iRacing does well at simulating all of those things, even if it won't put rain in the simulator until possibly March. I'm just a little.
You won't get ovals anyway, my friend, so don't you go digging too far on that one, as whereas Brandon's going to be digging out in the moment on the inside of Lee Campbell, who's right in the high line, and sorry, not Lee Campbell, that's Gordon actually. So this is the backfield, which actually come to play. Where's Austin? There's Austin. I knew he was going to start catching this pack very quickly. Now they don't have to go Austin give you a wave by. No, Austin has to fight for this. Now he's got a 3-point-something second gap. You can see in the timing table. But how much is that going to compromise him? Because traffic is traffic. Whether you're on the I-95 highway, whether you live in Los Angeles, and I do apologize if you live in Los Angeles, the traffic is horrible, but still, it's traffic. And you know how hard it is to navigate through that.
Yeah, and especially on ovals where there's none of this polite blue flag rules like we have in other series where it's, you see a blue flag and get out of the way. Nobody in ovals cares. Your goal is to hold your position because you don't want to be a lap down on the leader, but you do also have a little bit of common courtesy to not wreck the leader and maybe make it difficult, but not, you know, aggressively defend it like it's for position, as we see Sean Bachler doing there, John doing a very good job in the number 9. I'm demonstrating exactly what I mean. Sliding up high, trying to hold on, but also knowing when that position is gone and just letting things go. And now Austin Smith gets to put some lap cars between himself and Shelly Kitzman and Kyle Cooper and Brandon Pufferbarger, who are battling real hard back behind him. He doesn't even know they're battling, though.
And that's the thing, isn't it?
Just bit.
Yeah, you're right. It's one thing to catch a driver that's all by themselves, really, not in a battle. But when you're getting two drivers close and close in a battle, they are wanting to focus on their battle. And they're like, all right, Austin, if you're going to get your way past, because they don't want to yield it, because you know you just go off a racing line. You go off that high line, as you mentioned there. That is it. Like, all that work you've done for 3, 4, 5, 10 laps is down the drain just because you are doing the right thing, you know, and allowing a driver to go through. And but you're not thinking about your own. Only that high line. So, wow. That is definitely allowing a driver through. And more than anything, it's compromising his own race up the road. More than anything, let's see how Shelley is going to deal with the situation of traffic coming up there. 3.4 still. I'm keeping it keep your eyes peeled on P1 and P2, remember, for the Delta. We don't have to worry about P2 and P3 because obviously here right now, Kyle is definitely showing exactly where the 73 machine is. But how they're going to navigate through the traffic, because Kyle's going to think, I want to get an overtake here. But if he risks it too close to the traffic coming up, well, he may be looking for another caution.
Kyle is getting racy. I've been watching Kyle for the last little bit here too. Just while we've been watching Austin carve his way through traffic, I've been watching Kyle, and Kyle is starting to take different lines. Kyle's starting to look at an approach, and Kyle is really putting that pressure on that number 25 of Kitzman. And you are starting to see Kitzman start to feel it a little bit. You're seeing Kitzman slide a little bit on the track, go a little too hot in the corner entry, a little too slow in the corner entry, and you're seeing that slightly alternate line start to catch Shelly Kitzman off guard. And Brandon Pufferbarger and Kyle Cooper are starting to sense that they can get the pass done, but it does, you know, Biggles, you mentioned it, and I'm going to keep mentioning it. It does become the question of what's going to happen with lap traffic and what are they going to do? Because watch this. And number 25 is going real at 25 pits. Shelly Kitzman into the pits, lap 64, 160.
Yeah, early, but maybe a good strategy call. But remember, boxing under green flag conditions at a short track like that means you're just going to be burning it up. You're going to hear these cars zooming by. It's going to be painful to the driver, especially this pit lane entrance. Look at that. You're going to go all the way around to your pit box. He hits it, doesn't have to lock it up. But it is like that. And there you go. Taking tires. He's not the only one. Kensley is also going in as well. So Kensley but you can just like that, my friend. They are plump last now. They are plump last. However, if there is a caution or anything else to happen, everybody else boxes. They get back into this one. The only drivers, of course, found Lucas. Remember the German driver we spoke about earlier who took that early pit stop? He's still running, but unfortunately, because nothing's gone his way in cautions, he's still back at the back of the field, 42.
Well, look at this. All the way down into 13th place is currently on the lead lap. 14th place back is currently a lap down. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you that probably Teft is the next one to go a lap down there to Austin Smith, because they're not that far off of each other. And you can see actually right there, I mean, Alex Teft is the next one on the mirrors there, Biggles, and he is going to have the decision of what does Teft do, what do you do here? Do you defend it real hard because you're the last car on the lead lap? Do you let the leader go and try to play the nice guy? What's your decision here? And every oval driver is going to give you a different answer. But the thing is, and the thing is, Alex Teft has some good pace too and can hold Austin Smith a little bit back. So
there it is, a caution.
Oh no,
so that did pay off brilliantly, because now he didn't yield that position. And where is the pit lane entrance?
Oh my God.
It's because of Kensley. I believe Kensley has had that. So Dennis is in the pit road. So Austin's going to have to come in. Yes, he will. Absolutely.
Yep.
But then again, what's happened? Kyle's gone in, Brandon's gone in, Corey's gone in. I'm just seeing if anybody else done that. Everybody's gonna have to go in right now. Of course, this is the first real caution that they've had deep into this race. 71 laps, 90 to go. So yeah, you have to take advantage of that. I'm just interested to see the drivers that did box earlier. Are they going to stay out on it? How is this going to benefit the other drivers? Like, you know, that just. I mean, what about Shelley that just boxed before? Should be able to hear huge advantages, right? Just one lap earlier, boxed. We'll go back and have a look at the incident, actually, to see what caused it. It was Andrew. So, poor Andrew. There it is. Looks like another solo accident.
Just gets loose there a little.
Oh, somebody ahead? No. Oh,
25. Oh, there it is. The three.
Yeah, because drivers are slowing down because of pit road entrance, I think. Was that the case? That's confusing. No, it wasn't actually. No, that was at the caution. Actually, that was at the caution. So this is where Kensley's chucked it. Yeah, on the inside. Probably hit the marbles, right? Bang. And then cleverly stayed close to the fence there. and waited for everybody to pass, that is the worst place to ever be. You're going to be feeling like, can I, if you got a pull stick, just jump the fence there, clink it. Because, you got, and then of course under caution, you eventually can turn it around there for Kensley Smith. But GG's to the 15 machine, because, you could reverse it up in frustration and cause a massive pile up. So I like to see good sportsmanship.
Absolutely. And I am seeing just a little bit of info for you looking at race control here. Kinsley Smith, Lucas Simers, and Shelly Kitzman all given the wave around of the pace car. So they get one of their laps back. I believe all of those drivers were still multiple laps down, though. So they're not back on the lead lap, but they do get laps back. So Shelly Kitzman will be sitting a lap down. Gordon Spain was just given a wave around, and it looks like John Schallenblocker is given a wave around as well. So those drivers should be getting their lead laps back. So it looks like race control is starting to do some wave arounds here to give some people laps back that may have just gotten caught.
Anything for Shelly? I'm surprised that Shelly doesn't get a wave around.
It looks like Shelly Kitzman got 2 wave arounds.
Oh,
actually.
yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's going to be very... that's the pace car. We get so close to that. Yes, which is going to be a huge advantage, as I said. I mean, it's so difficult to predict. You don't know, you're sitting there going, well, I mean, for a fact, you've got this feeling going, something's going to go, something's going to happen. There's a caution coming. And yet when you box a lap before, you're like, is this the wrong call? I'm going to be a lap down. It's going to be, we could go for another 10 laps of green. But then there's a caution almost immediately after that pit box. And then it's like, all right, it could be in it. It's a gaggle of cars. But it has still panned out for Austin. Now, unfortunately, still for Lucas, after that situation, an early pit stop there. We saw Hoke with the and Kensley that were involved in the early incidents. But Austin will lead. And quite comfortable. And all that lead that he had, of course, is neglected now, because sometimes I do wonder at the moment, Bradley, is like, you push that car so hard to get such a big gap. Has he done anything? I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? He's changed his tires, but yeah. Anyway, I've already answered my own question, so there it is. I'm so used to a road races, where the pit stops aren't going to change tires as much. But yes, anyway, is he going to do it again? He's going to shoot off like a rocket and get it done with.
Yeah, and just some information for our viewers here. It does look like it says third caution now, because it looks like race control extended the caution, trying to get some stuff sorted with traffic and different things, and then as soon as they were getting ready to go green, the pace car pulled in, and then race control, things still weren't quite clear with what drivers were where, so they re-threw the caution just to try to make sure they can get everything sorted, get everything set up, and keep this race as nice and organized as possible, which is why you see it says third caution, even though it doesn't feel like we ever went back racing. So just to kind of keep things under control. And again, huge shout out to our race control team here with the Racers Elite League for doing that to keep everyone nice and organized and collected. We do appreciate it. And you see Truth Hope there.
Yeah, this is a 59 machine. It had to slow down there for some reason. Maybe listening to race control at the moment, giving the order to, can I go through or not? Yes, it's a lot of work in race control. People, because that's the reason why now they're getting the call. And, they don't want to, mistake anything. Everybody wants to sort everything back out to where it needs to be. And once again, you got to give it credit. Leagues that actually have race controls that sort of stuff out is amazing, because we want to get everybody racing again, but in the correct positions they should be in to the best ability. So there it is. And in fact, if anybody everybody on the lead lap as well too is going to give, once again, everybody a good chance at doing this. Truth is the only one back in pit road there after those damage, as you can see, so get that fixed there. Kensley is out there catching the back of the pack, which I believe, if not mistaken there, Bradley, should everybody back on the lead lap. So very soon I expect that pace car lights to go out. Unfortunately for Truth, might not have enough time to catch up there. All Kensley is actually a lap down. But the other 18 drivers are on the lead lap. No, passed by there, bingo. So there you go. And who was that passing? No, that's it. So maybe Truth will be the only one a lap down, 80 of 160. So halfway through, we'll have green flag racing. There it is. Lights out the pace car. Let's go.
Lights out on the pace car, and everybody going back into double file here because the pace car will pull off to the inside and then send everything back through. We'll be back to some green flag running here. And look at that. That 23 of Austin Smith wants to get back going. Needs that pace car out of the way. Austin Smith had such a big lead before this and had so many cars left. And now we're back green flag running. These super modifieds put everything down they can. And we are green, 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 go, go, go. And everybody's through. Oh, that's somebody running way out in the marbles. That's a 91. Brandon Puffenbarger, you don't want to go that high this early on. Those marbles are not your friend. It's going to cause your tires to get a little swirly here. And look at this. Cal Cooper is going to give Austin Smith a run for his money down this front stretch and try to stick to him. Can Austin Smith pull back out? That 3-second lead here, and Biggles, we've already ran around. We're over halfway through this race. And it's just a matter of keeping things going. And caution again. Something's happened on the track.
I'm showing, I was going to say this is a little bit further back because I saw, we saw a gaggle of cars at the back there. I think, okay, 3 or so into 1. There it is, actually, the 59 machine. Oh, he's just gone twirly-whirly. He's tagged John, unfortunately.
On a couple more cars with him.
Yeah, and Brandon, I believe, as well, too. So who was it that tagged? That was 59, right? So, was it?
And I think
yeah, it's Truth. Is it Truth? So Truth's just gone back out. He's tagged the wall. He just came out of pit road as well after getting those repairs. So unfortunately, the Truth, well, it's too much Truth, my friend. It's that is just a bad situation there, and I think it's caught Brandon up at the moment as well. To the back, there's a tag. There's the 42 tag, actually 42 tag there, and bang, the 13, the 42 going as well. So that's just because they're trying to avoid that incident. Anyway, so, wow. I was going to say Austin had a fantastic race restart to that, but, you know, every time they're rehearsing this, it's like, you know, going to a rehearsal at your school play. It's now allowing Kyle and AJ, who, mind you, you were talking about the driver that's going to get the $10 for the hard charger. AJ, 13 positions gained at the moment for the 11 machine. So he may be looking for that one. But going back to that one, this is now allowing Kyle to get an indication of when Austin is hitting the loud pedal. And he's now starting to match him more and more, right? Once again, rehearsals. The more you do it, the better you get. Let's go.
Yeah, Austin's not getting as good of a run on Kyle as he did the first 2 times, so now we're back going again, and look at this. I'm looking at the 73 and the 23 there, but look behind it, Coffin and Puffenbarger running things back and forth as well. Side by side there, the 91 and the number 11 are going to keep each other very honest as we get going here, and look at this, down the main straight they go, and down the inside is the number 11 of AJ Coffin, holding on to that that P3 as much as he can, and a little bit of a slide there from the 91. Puffenbarger slides a little bit, goes back through, but again, look there on your front because Austin Smith is trying to get that run on Kyle Cooper that he can, but Kyle Cooper keeping Austin Smith real honest early on, and here we go because he's not been able to get the run that he wanted. He's not been able to get that jump on the restart like he did the first couple of times because now Kyle Cooper's got him figured out. He can hold on to it. Here we go. Starting lap 89 now out of 160. We're coming down. Again, we're past halfway point. At this point, it really is going to be the question for the drivers of what do they do? How long do they hold on? A lot of drivers in pit. Everybody's got fairly decent rubber on, but do I expect them to make another pit stop? Yes. Yes, I do.
Oh, there you have it. You heard it live there from Bradley in your commentary box here on 90. 71 to go of 170. Thank you very much for joining the Races Elite Mixed Series Round 1. And Austin is covering another caution.
Man.
That could just be because my dingo came out and chewed the cable. No, actually, I don't even know what that's called. I'm not actually seeing any feedback from race control as to why that caution was called. I'm just having a look at something message that came up, but this could just be literally cars slowing down because of the caution call, but I'm not seeing any race incidents. So maybe, we don't know, race control might have caused this because something could be wrong with perhaps the order or the way that the race started. We don't know.
Could be an alligator on the track. We never know. We are in Florida after all. We've seen crazier things happen. There ain't no telling what happened, but hey, the truth is, Truth Hoke is very happy with that wave around because that puts Truth Hoke back on the lead lap this time. And that is truthfully going to be some lucky work there. John Schollenbacher back into the pits there, and I wonder what happened there to the number 9 to put him back in the pits. I wonder if this is scheduled or maybe just taking advantage of the 5th caution here in our race period.
I don't see anything on race controls in him going off track or even getting overtaken by anybody, so that's a scheduled stop. Andrew's gone in for a scheduled stop as well. And Truth, he's loving the pit road at the moment. It's for the 59 machine. Gonna be it again.
Yeah, remember.
Yeah.
Remember, these cars only have 3 sets of tires, not including what they started on. So 4 sets of tires, but really you only get 3 tire changes through the whole race.
Ooh,
so
that was quick. That's got to be a stop and go penalty or something, isn't it? Because that wasn't even fuel.
Maybe a stop and go, maybe a quick repair, because they do have 2 quick repairs.
I think that was a stop and go for causing an accident, perhaps, because yeah, you saw that like he was involved in that. I think it was after he came out of pit road, and
the last caution,
yeah, that seemed like that. He had to stop right his pit stop there for a split second, then go. So no, not even a quick repair. Anyway, he has been visited pit road 4 times, John, in the 18 machine. Anyway, gives another opportunity there for Carl to once again test the level of Austin Smith's fantastic race restarts he's done. But more than anything, it's going to test AJ right here, the 11 machine, gained 13 places with 66 laps to go. You got to be thinking, I could win this.
He really could, because here's the thing, he'll restart on that preferred inside line, and if he can hold things together and get the run with Austin Smith and keep Kyle Cooper hugged to that high line here on this restart, and then we'll just run off with it, and that number 11 can just take off, go away, and hold on, and here we go. Pace car is going to be in. Austin Smith, you better have something up your sleeve, because everybody's starting to get your number. They've got it, and Austin Smith had something up his sleeve. As soon as I heard green flag, he was gone, and everybody was caught off guard. Look at that. Austin Smith taking these super late models and absolutely sending it. Kyle Cooper in second place. AJ and Brandon keeping themselves side by side there for third and fourth, keeping themselves honest yet again. And that number 11 up the inside with the number 91 on the outside. Who comes out ahead? And so much power in these super late models, so much downforce. We talked about it during the qualifying, during the build up to the race, and you can see the power coming through. Look at that! Oh, big wreck, multiple cars going through. That's the 42, that's the 25. So many cars around, and man, this is going to take a few minutes to clean up. Caution flag is out, and Biggles, I'm going to steal a saying from you that you told me last week. Cautions breed cautions, and what do we have going on here in this Racers Elite Series on JP Broadcasting?
That's what we do. This is the first real, I'd have to say, you have to get a caution out, because that was a big incident, and that revolved to multiple cars, of course, and so they have to get that. I mean, obviously the first caution of the car spinning on the inside fence, that, to me, that's nothing. You know, could continue with that, and so forth. But this particular caution, of course, yeah, absolutely, my friend. That's big time. Affected a lot of drivers. We'll go back and have a look at a replay of that. See where it really started at the end of the day. Oh, there it is. So I wonder, just trying to see what machine that was. That was very difficult to see. Is it? It's a 33.
33 checks up.
33, yeah, 25, and then
was helped, yeah.
Yeah.
And it just took everyone behind him, and now people are trying to dive.
Gordon
yeah,
at that point, wasn't it? So let's have a look. Yeah, he's Gordon. Did Gordon lose it, and then just everybody else got collected at that point, and then good luck. Yeah, choose a path left or right.
I think Gordon had some help there from the number 25 of Shelly Kitzman, and unfortunately with these cars, when you look at the slope of those front bumpers, and once we go back to looking live here, you can really see those front bumpers to those rear bumpers just don't connect. And when you're on a short track like this, bump drafting is not really an option you're supposed to go with. So if you pick up the rear end of the car, as soon as it sets back down, there's just nothing you can do. And you can see that little tap there between the 25 and 33, picks up the rear, gets that 33 of Gordon Spain loose, and then from there it's just cars going everywhere. And look at that hit on the 42. You know, there's moments where I'm real glad we're in sim racing and not real life, because something like that happened in real life, it'd be a red flag. We'd be holding for a minute. But thankfully, we're sim racing. No harm, no foul, no money taken out of pockets, and nobody's hurt, unless you have a butt kicker on your rig, and then you're probably feeling it for a second.
Oh, yeah, butt kicker would definitely feel it, my friend, as well, too. depending on how much your fancy force feedback steering wheel will be as well too, because that thing yanks across there, you're in big trouble. However, green again, 60 to go.
Austin Smith, what sort of nitrous are you keeping in that car? Takes off. But 73 Kyle Cooper is going to stay a little bit closer here and hold on to things. And now we just keep watching here and seeing who can do what. Number 80 and Matthew Jarrett there on your screen in the P5 and trying to just hold on a little bit further back. Side-by-side action here. The number 91 and the number 11 now also going through and holding on, and another caution out here.
Now
Not sure what this one was for.
Yeah. Kensley, I believe. This could be a solo. No, Kensley in the 50. Look at the 15 machine. Yep, it's a solo.
Nice.
Oh, didn't tap 80. Oh, no, it wasn't. There it is.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Granted, I give you that. That deserves a caution, but a solo accident at the back of the field there. No. We should go green. But anyway, it is what it is. Poor Austin and Kyle are going, let's go racing. We want to go with it, of course. But more than anything, hasn't it? Like, Alex and Matthew? But more than anything, what have we happened? Lost?
Yeah, we had a good green flag run, though, going there for a bit. And then we had that one caution, and it's just been cautions, bring cautions through. A little bit of info for you. Brandon Puffenbarger did make a post and say, my fault, sorry whoever that was, in the chat in iRacing. So Brandon Puffenbarger admitting a little bit of fault there into that wreck, I believe, because that was posted during the last caution after the big one hit. So pretty good to see there. John Schollenbacher is in changing tires there on that number 9 Campbell machine and pitting around. And here we go. We are 1 lap to green on this short half-mile track. I love that the pace laps are only about 25 seconds a lap. It makes these runs go so quick through here, Dean.
And they're already bunched up anyway, so it's not too bad to catch everybody for the, you know, the blue wave rounds and stuff like that, lap down. Everybody on the lead lap in the 19 cars, so only Kensley that's just come back out. So, yes. You know what? I love it. The drivers actually admit mistakes, because don't copy real world when drivers won't admit mistakes, because they're not legally allowed to say that, right? But you are legally allowed to say, my bad. Let's go. 54. Can we get green?
We are green, we are going, and I absolutely love this. Here we go, Joshua Neal trying to put in some pressure in 3rd place and trying to hold off Alex Teft there in P4. One of the Teft brothers up forward, but Austin Smith again has taken off there on the front edge of your screen and gone, and
oh, there we go.
Another caution, 8th caution here. Are we going to look to set a record early on?
Oh, no, it's up the road there, isn't it? Truth is coming up, the 59 machine. Who we got twirly whirly? That's the 20 and the 33. That's Gordon, I think. But yeah, I'm just curious. So look at the 59. Look at that 20. Saved it brilliantly.
42 behind.
59 had the lift off and then tapped the 33. Truth, my friend, you're getting into the wars again, my friend. This is multiple times now for them. Then again, you know, you have those races, don't you? As a race driver, we've all done it. They're all like one of those tracks going, God damn, I just can't get anything correct here this evening. It's not working. It's the wave around too. But it happens. And yeah, it's not intentional. Like you sit there going, I'm going to take people out. No, you're just doing your best. And it's just cold tires, warm heart.
Yeah, and I will say that sometimes it just ain't your race. Sometimes it just ain't your time. Sometimes everyone's had this session in sim racing where they've sat down, they've gotten on, they've ran the race, and they're just sitting there and it's not clicking, it's not working. We all have those nights, and nothing wrong with it, because it happens sometimes. Nobody's going to hold it against you, but we are lap 110 of 160, 111 of 160 at the line, and lights are out on the pace car, so this is going to be 1 lap to green and our 8th caution through. So 111 of 160, we can do the math on how many laps left to go.
I think Kyle's running out of time here. He needs to start working out Austin's jump on this, because Austin's been owning him every single caution right now. And Kyle, I'm sorry, my friend. Your dress rehearsal's over, okay? It's time for the main show. You cannot allow this to happen. If you want to win this race, You got to, otherwise Austin's going to own you. Let's go. He might have it now.
I think he finally got it. Look at this, 73 on the outside, 23 on the inside. Can he hold on to it, Biggles? I don't know, but man, Austin is so quick on that exit of 2. And look at that, Kyle Cooper already up ahead. Look behind him there, the 43, the 82, the 80. Who is that going high? That's the 29 of Ira Colas. And running a bit high on the high line, trying to squeeze back down and just can't squeeze back in. I mean, what is Austin doing? What did Austin have for breakfast? Did he go and have a Crunchwrap Supreme before this race?
Oh.
He is flying. 73. Oh, Kyle Cooper is into the pits. Okay, I thought he wrecked. No. He's just into the pits.
Oh.
What is the decision making there, though? That's an interesting call there from Kyle Cooper to go into the pits, because now Austin Smith is completely uncontested up ahead. Alex Teft, you are the challenger. You are the chosen one. Send it forward.
You got the chosen one. Anyway, on board right now, Matthew, 13 positions gained. Alex Tepp, 18 positions gained, but then again, he's got a gaggle of cars behind him. And once again, you got to allow Austin Smith to have a little bit of breathing space. Look at that wall comes out and bites you. As Martin Brundle would say in Formula One, you got to hug it like your favorite grandma. You're going to hug the apron. So, interesting strategy call at play. 45 to go. Hello, Sarah Smile. You're putting a smile on our face, and you're putting a smile on the Racing League. Whose smile are you going to be putting it more on? Austin Smith, Alex Teff, or any other drivers at the moment? Battling. 44 to go.
44 to go here, and don't go anywhere, because these 44 laps are going to go very, very quick here as we watch the 80 to 82 battle things out here. Jarrett, Neal, Teff battling things through, and look at that, up the inside goes Neal and goes Jarrett. Teff running the high line, a little bit of an error, and absolutely left to dry, not given the chance. But hey, watch him, he's going to try to fight it back there. He knows that he could try to fight it back, but no, he can't. And I think there was a spin in the background there, and yep. Caution's out.
Oh, this time I think it was Shelley, remember, that was battling up with the leaders in this race earlier on, and unfortunately it's all gone a little bit pearl-shaped there. It might not have been caused by Shelley, but I think it actually has been, unfortunately. 25 machine here at the moment. It could be an incident up the road. Let's have a look. You can see those going, no, just lost up the marbles. And then bingo, not the only one actually, because I do believe is that Ira that's probably done, you mimic sometimes, don't you? A driver's mistake yourself, and it's the marbles there, and then it's a push actually into them and say, okay, join Shelley. Don't leave Shelley all alone on the inside apron. And then give him a big hug. There you go.
With a lot of help there too. That's the thing. It wasn't just necessarily spin on your own and join Shelley there, Ira. It was you had help from the 33, and the 33 had some help from the 11, and the 11 got help from the 15.
Sharing is
things
caring.
just bounce around.
Yeah, that's what I say.
You're not wrong. Yeah. You're not wrong. And hey, this is a very, very
this is interesting.
lead.
Now you got Austin going in. Now you have a few drivers electing to change this strategy up because you have 40 to go, which we're talking about 40 on a short track circuit, which is, is a lot, can be over very quickly if we continue to get some nice greens and not, cautions all the time. No blame the drivers. Cautions breed cautions. But that's going to allow these drivers to have fresh boots. We saw this before. We spoke about the green room, didn't we? Of what happens when you have nice boots that are made for walking on a track where you need to be walking all the way around the other cars.
The boots are made for walking, and sometimes that's just what they'll do, Biggles. That's just sometimes what they'll do. You're welcome. Thank you for setting that one up, and I'll just assist it in. Yeah. So here's where things get interesting. We've got our race leader Austin Smith for the longest time into the pits. Now back in the mid pack, needs to work his way back forward.
Look where he is.
But and hey, being in the midfield gets dangerous. Why does it get dangerous? Because you're in the midfield, you're in the middle of the mess. You got to be on your P's and Q's back there in the midfield.
If it goes green, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, but it could also be that Austin Smith could be good to go and could do really well. We've extended the caution by an additional lap here. Race Control just made the call going into 3. So I think we're about to see some real good racing all the way around.
I was going to say, if it goes green, now there's probably, you can see a wave around. If it goes green all the way, remember we had a lot of green flag racing at the start. Really good green flag racing. If it goes green all the way, I don't think he has enough time. As fast as Austin's been, it's too many cars to get done, isn't it? Even with those boots, because he's not the only one around him. There's a lot of drivers that have already taken those pit stops. Really, the big problem for these top three, Alex, Matthew, and Brandon, there's two Brandons, there's Brandon and the other Brandon behind. This Brandon behind's had an extra pit stop, so he's the one that's going to get the best, freshest boots there in P4. Here we go, green, green, green. We'll find out right now. Alex Teff, 19 positions gained, the lead of this race.
That number 80 of Matthew Jarrett there on the high line was not happy with that race restart and got very swirly through 1 and 2. Look at this, the 14 is going to work the way down. The number 20 of Crow is going to work the way down. That number 80 is just up, a little bit of a tap of the wall, I believe, but still going straight. All four wheels still point the same direction from what I can tell. So trying to hold on there in that number 80, Matthew Jarrett is, looks like not too far away from Pensacola, if I can do my geography of where Fort Walton is. I'm probably wrong on that, so YouTube chat, don't attack me, please. But Matthew Jarrett dropping way back here early on. Corey Crow trying to make that low line work against Brandon Sanfilipino, though. And that number 14 trying to make that midline, that high line work here on this two-line track and doing a dang good job, I must say. Ooh, Brandon Pufferbarger is very, very competitive as well in that 91. And another caution thrown here. That is our 10th caution coming through lap 128 here. And Biggles, did you see what caused that one?
Yes. Well, another Brandon, actually, because Brandon's battling 2 and 3 and 4. We saw that because Pufferbarger had something. Remember, he had boxed there. Corey, of course, has taken that pit stop, so he's using those tires to his advantage. But this could have also been from this incident. I'm not quite sure if this is actually related to it, but there is the 29 machine hitting the fence. So that's just normal, even Stevens. I don't think that actually caused the caution because I don't think it's going to come back on the track. But then this one may have, and this is the other Brandon back in, well, not 13th place, but unlucky for some, the 13th car. And there it is, just a little bit out onto the fence there. And hopefully it doesn't take anybody else no. But did cause the caution, and that's what it is. And once again, we're going to see a gaggle of cars going there. Truth, once again, he's been to the pit road so many times now. 7 times there, Truth. I don't think for A, they don't have any tires left. B, they have any gaffer tape left. Or panels. So he's just loving his team. He's signing autographs, probably. And there's Brandon. And there's Lucas back at again, too. Lucas not having the best day. But what about Austin? Now, that's actually helped Austin a little bit, isn't it? Because now he's P9 after that short couple of laps with 30 to go. So he's probably going, well, if you have a caution every couple of laps and I gain 2 or 3 places, I'll work with that. But Alex Teff, 19 positions gained. So you think about this, $50 for the winner and then $10 for the hard charger. You got to give him the hard charger. That's 19 positions gained if he wins it. So that's 60 big ones in your pocket. I'll take that any day of the week.
I was going to say, and even if Alex Teff doesn't win it and Austin Smith works his way back up, Alex Teff has had pace. Alex Teff has been putting in good laps and, hey, may set up for a good P2 here or a P3. And either way, even then, starting from last place all the way up, you're setting up for that hard charger award either way. So just keep your eyes on Alex Teff all the way through, but also keep your eyes back on that number 23, Austin Smith, because Austin Smith is going to lead a charge here. And if we have any sort of significant green flag running, I anticipate seeing Austin Smith work his way back forward here. Pace car is going to pull in here at the exit of 3. There we go. In.
Oh,
green flag, the call.
Yeah, but look at Corey. The big thing, Corey has better boots. Corey's been in the pit road 3 times, only 1 time for Alex. So Alex is going to be under massive pressure at the moment. A few of the other drivers behind have taken Brandon. This Brandon, the 14 machine, he has, there's a caution already. They're getting too eager, gentlemen. Too eager. Cold hearts, cold tires and warm hearts. And I think that's John, and there it is. That's the end of that one with John. I think there might have been a tag. Yeah, there it is. Bingo, and that's a concertina effect. Gentlemen, calm down. We need a motor race. We have 27 to go. We need to get a good racing. And
I think we might need.
It's difficult like that. It is.
I think we might need to extend this caution a couple laps and just give the drivers a chance to breathe.
I think so. You want to pull somebody in at the moment if you can. Pull Alex in for a second if you don't mind, because unless he's going to box, in fact, no, wait, don't pull him in yet, please, because Alex needs to box. But is he going to give up track position? He's been out there since lap 70. right? So he's going to be on some warm tyres there. Corey, he boxed on lap 99, so Corey's tyres are going to be fresher, and I'm just curious to see whether Alex is going to lose track. No, he's not. So,
Well,
right, you can call him if you want.
Well, and the thing is, if Corey, like, even with Corey boxing on 99, you got to think, how many caution laps have we had since lap 99? We're 25 to go now, and we're on the 11th caution of the race, so I don't know how things are going to go. But
I think
yeah,
we can pull him in now, actually. I'm not sure, unless you're going to extend this one.
It looks like they're calling it'll be 1 to
difficult.
green at the line.
Yeah,
That's the issue with such a short lap.
Yeah. I mean, we'd love to hear, obviously, from the driver, but we don't want to get Alex in his preparation for his fantastic restarts and stuff like that he's been doing, of course. Well, more than anything, isn't it? We go back to Austin Smith that's been doing fantastic restarts, but Austin didn't gain anything or lose anything on that one. But Alex has got the biggest pressure on his shoulders right now. That's it. And there it is, pace car light. I think we didn't, actually. So let's go. Come on, guys. 24 to go. Give us a couple. Give us 10 at least, please. 10 laps of green. That's all I request. Let's go.
Here we go. It'll be 23 to go at the line. iRacing pace car is going to pull these drivers around, and they are going to take them through. And that iRacing pace car will dive into the pits here at the exit, and we'll wait for the green call from the spotters, and we will get the green at the restart zone. And here we go. The 43 takes off real well. That number 20 on the outside, though, again, with probably the better feeling tires at the time. And how can Alex Teft hold on here against Corey Crowell?
The inside.
I don't know what he can do.
Wow. Wow.
Nope.
And another caution, yes. All right, this is getting a little bit crazy there, gentlemen. It's just what it is. It's because the car's bunched up. There's nowhere to go. They're different speeds, different paces, different temperature. 33 gets tapped. That's all it is. All by himself. Gordon's Spain. Yep, you're feeling the pain, my dear friend. And that's not a caution for me. That should have just been green. But iRacing dictates that one. Yeah, grab Alex real quick there for a split second. Oh, we have a little bit of time. Never mind. Drag him in here and say, how painful is this?
Yeah. Hey, Alex, it's Brad and Biggles in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right, first thing I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to watch for these pace car lights to go off. How painful is this caution pacing?
It's been a little tough, getting a little antsy. Wanted to, just lead some laps and get this thing over with and hopefully come out with a W.
21 to go. What's your strategy here for the win?
Hold the bottom for dear life and stay up front.
How's the tyres, my dear friend? Because, you got to hold on tight at the moment. Corey's got a little bit fresher tyres, but I think you should be okay. On top of it, my friend, $50 for the winner, and you should get $10 for the hard charger. 19 positions gained. We're going to let you go. Thank you. Drag him back,
All right,
please, my friend. Bradley.
All right, there we go. Let's let Alex Teft get ready to go here. The lights are off on the pace car yet again, Biggles, and 20 to go at the line. What are we going to see? What are they going to do?
I think Alex can hold off if we get some good greens, because, you're talking laps under, 16 seconds and change. And he's been launching it quite well. If you actually look at the launch, he gets close to the inside apron here and then gets on the gas and then covers it off a little bit. Corey has to be forced around the outside. Cannot get the speed. If anything, you look out for Brandon and both the Brandons sneaking up the inside, because there it is. He might have let the door open a little bit, but nobody can sneak in. Alex is very, very clever to close the door very early. So let's go racing. And I hope we can continue to go green up at the high line at the moment there. I think it's AJ. There it is. Big pressure right now from Corey. Goes twirly well on the outside there. It's going to compromise speed. If anything, Brandon's going to be. And there's contact. And there is going to be another caution. But granted on that one,
Corey.
that was a worth a caution because, they gave it the opportunity there. Wow. Actually,
Man.
look at that. Oh, it brings Austin Smith back up to P5. It's 17 to go. I honestly thought, I don't think Austin's going to win this one. But you know what? Every single time there's a caution out there, Austin's creeping in there.
I just thought that there were going to be too many cautions for Austin to get enough running to get his way forward. Here we go. Instant replay of this number 14 of Brandon San Filipino and Corey here getting a run. Yeah, he got loose, and then the 14 just helped him on around and said, you know what? You're a little slow. I'm a little fast. Let me just send you up into the wall. Get out of my way, please. Sends Corey Crowell all the way to the back of the pack. It's currently P19. Shelly Kitzman, 20th place, dropped out about 26 laps ago. Too much damage.
Yeah.
And there we go. Corey Crowell into the pits, fast repair on, and we'll get back out there. I don't think we'll lose a lap, thankfully, but we will see this caution pace through. And again, just a quick reminder with the way things are going here, I feel like we need the reminder. It is one green-white checkered attempt. These drivers get one try at the restart near the end. So if there is a green-white checkered attempt, it's one and done. They don't get to try 2, 3, 4 times. It's just do it and go. And with about 15 laps remaining, depending on how this runs, we might get to see a green-white checkered attempt.
I hope so. Sarah Smilet there. Michael Smith was chatting earlier there. Corey Conroll. Well, Corey is obviously in the race. He's lapped out. But Sarah Smile, give us your prediction out there, please. Do you think at the moment Alex is going to hold on? What about the Brandons? Brandon 1, P2, and Brandon in P3. Brandon seems to be the name of the day. We have another Brandon down there in the number 13 car. So I'm not quite sure the chances of Brandon winning this race unless he jumps over all the other cars in a big crash on the final line. And that's not the first time. You can see that on iRacing highlights before that's happened. A P17 car jumping over every other car there on a big smash across the line to win the race. But, you know, it's like getting, you know, a raw flush in poker. But to go back to that one, AJ, 12 position game for the 11 machine, so don't count him out. But there you go. Green, 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 let's go. Same thing, do you think? 43 machine, yep, on the inside line there. Gasses it early. And now it's a different situation, but because Brandon's got to slick, he wants the inside. He's not going to commit to the outside. He's going to go from the inside. Look at the background there. Austin Smith's in P3. Are you kidding me?
God. Austin Smith P3, Brandon Sanfilippo with a very poor race start. And Biggles, I don't know what to expect here because it's another caution.
Oh, come on, guys. We need some racing. Oh, it's Lee, and I think Lee Campbell there.
Oh. The 43, Alex Teff just got hit by that car that spun.
Oh,
Lee Campbell and Alex Teff just absolutely got clobbered when Lee was trying to get back around. So
might be okay. I think he might be okay.
It was a hard hit. I was gonna say I don't know if we can get a replay of it because that was a hard hit.
First of all, we'll see the incident. This is where it's caused around the Lee Campbell thing. This is once again everybody's just bunching up there, trying to get the speed in there. There's contact. There's too many cars there. That's inevitable at that point, and they're all just bunched up like bumper cars in a circus and a fair. And that's just involved their 9-car Brent Hunting Cup as well too for the number 13 machine. That's involved that one. But as you said, got on the caution here. And more than anything, what happened to Alex? So Alex, I think, has just unfortunately got involved of catching this one. This is what you mentioned. Now,
he's just...
There it is. Oh, that is not good for the 27 machine of coming back out. Maybe he thought, there's no cars coming around at the moment. That is going to be race control situation. And guess what? Alex is in pit road, and he is an 18th.
Man, Alex Teff has lost all of that momentum, all of that drive. That hurt.
That's painful. And I do feel that's a my bad situation for the other driver. You know what? Sometimes in situations for your race control, I would say if that is a punishment to the other driver for doing it, why not allow Alex to resume back into that position and just say, go, go, go. I don't know. Because if the other driver had made a mistake, go for it. Then again, it is also a driver's mistake is another driver's fortune. Gonna be in it. Winner. Guess who's in the lead of the race? Are you kidding me?
Brandon Puffenbarger and Austin Smith on the front row here. Biggles. I don't know what to say at this point.
I think Brandon's got it, my friend. His race starts have been amazing. I honestly, I did not think after that pit stop that he was going to get back through it. I mean, he knows something we don't know.
I think what he knows is he's on the inside line, if you want me to be honest, Biggles. I think that's what he knows. We're going to find out here very shortly what he knows.
He's got it too at the moment. Brandon, it's the 23 on the outside. There's Brandon on the inside of the 91. Brandon's going to have to cover this off big time. Brandon scooted out the road. He goes, all right, Austin, I've seen you do this. Come and catch me, my friend. You got 7 laps to go.
7 laps to go here, and they're going to send it through. Austin Smith has got the pressure to try to chase down Brandon Puffenbarger for the win here. Joshua Neal P3 and AJ Cawthon P4. Unfortunately, Alex Teft, who led so much of the back half of this race, his race session is over. He is out after that contact with Campbell. But they're going to run through and try to hold on to it anyways. Austin Smith is the hunter, and the hunted is Brandon Puffenbarger, who comes out on top here as we continue to run. 5 to go and cautions out. So we will get a green-white checkered, I believe.
Yeah, this will give Austin another shot at this one on Brandon. Brandon, good job there to have to defend that once again. It seems to be very, very clever of a race to launch there, but unfortunately we don't get enough green flags to really get on with that one. This time around, I think it's Matthew in the AD machine, which is the first time we're seeing Matthew. Hello, Matthew. Welcome for another Floridian. Here it is, AD machine. We've seen that mistake, haven't we, out of 4, I think, into the fence. And there he is. So Matthew will stay there. And good on you. Not to, affect anybody else's races like we saw before. And then Paul Brandon at the moment, the 13 machine. At this point, I have to say he's got nowhere to go, isn't it? He's just going to bang into the rest of the cars. And that is what it is when you're running at the back of the field. So, 3 to go, as you said. As Michael Smith goes, let's go, Austin. You know what? As much as I want to give it to Brandon Puffenbarger for having such a fantastic name, I just have to give it to Austin because this is the comeback kid. He's probably older than me, but I'm going to call him a comeback kid right now because he has not given up. And what was he, 13th, 14th place or whatever, how many cautions ago? 4 or 5? Yep. And now he's up challenging for lead of this race. It's going to be fun. Let's find out.
Yep, officially we are green-white checkered 1 of 1, so this will be the only chance these drivers get to finish this. This is the final caution, final lap around.
Traffic cars in the way up the road too, look. Got to get out of the way. It's going to be approaching, these cars are going to be 1,000,000 miles an hour, so it's like, get the pace car out of the way, please.
Absolutely, get ready for it here. We have AJ Cawthon, who has been the hard charger now since we lost Alex Teft. Green flags out. This is going to be it. This is going to be the only chance these drivers get to finish things. Brandon Puffenbarger gets around. Austin Smith knows this is the only chance he has. Look at him. He's putting some pressure on hard, trying to go through. Car parked on the inside, just tows the car away and goes. And here we go. This is going to be white flag coming around. Austin Smith will come through. This is going to be final lap coming around here for Racers Elite.
Round wants the inside.
Saturday's all right.
But he can't get it.
Oh, Austin Smith has tried so hard for this win, Biggles. But as they come around, Brandon Puffenbarger finds the midnight oil. He says, it's quite all right. I will take the first win here in Racers Elite, and I will win round 1 here at 5 Flag Speedway.
Oh, Brandon, good job there. He stuck in there. He's being consistent as well. 5 positions gained for the 91 machine. Being at the right place at the right time. It's all what it's all about, and fantastic. You're going to get some burnouts there for the hometown PGH, wherever that is, my dear friend. Doesn't really matter. Barney's impressed. Look at that. So, yeah, give it everything you got. Look at that.
There we go.
No refunds on those boots, my friend. You can burn them all the way you like.
And he's done there, which, hey, I'm not complaining. Good run. You can see some drivers are just glad to be finished with this race. Who is that? That's the number 42 going around just, oh, okay. I didn't know a late model could go 45 degrees on. But, hey, that is going to be your round 1 here in Racers Elite Mixed Series. Let's take a recap here of the standings. Brandon Puffenbarger will win it through. Austin Smith, P2. Joshua Neal, 3rd place. Kyle Cooper, 4th. AJ battles all the way up into 5th place, started out P16, and Ira will battle it out for 6th place, started P15. Gordon Spain, shout out to you for finishing 7th after starting 19th. Andrew Teft started 10th, finishes 8th. Dennis Kane finishes 9th, and in 10th place will be Kinsley Smith. Truth Hope, with a record number of pit stops, I'm going to call it, will still find their way forward into P11. Corey Crow, Lucas Simers, John Schoenblocker, Brandon Sanfilippo, Brandon Honeycutt brings it 15 and 16. Lee Campbell, 17th. Matthew Jarrett, 18th. Alex Teft, 19th. That's a little painful to say. And, of course, Shelly Kitzman down 44 laps, lost out and finishing.
You know what,
20.
Bradley? I'm going to give my hard charger award, believe it or not, to Truth Oak. Because, I mean, the amount of pit stops he took, 8 overall. He finished at P11. That's commitment, my dear friend. He was involved in a lot of wars on the track there. And even though he didn't gain, he lost 3 positions. And I don't have to say, it's not even about gaining, it's hard charger, right? That's hard charging. He's charged from the back of the field multiple times. That man finishes P11, and he gets my award.
I would agree with that, because that was I mean, we saw Truth several times. I think we even said it earlier on in the broadcast. Hey, this just isn't Truth's race.
It's not always about having to be the quickest on the track, isn't it? It's about being consistently and determining. That's the exact word, hard charger.
That is
I think that's the key to
true.
that. But then again, it's not up to me to do that award, of course, because 50 big ones will go to Brandon. And obviously, at the end of the day, Constantino, if I had to say, Austin should be too disappointed with $25 going his way. And then, of course, Joshua Neal, 9 positions gained. And we didn't really see too much of Joshua, really, at the end of the 82 machine. That's always, I always say that's a good thing, isn't it? If you don't really get too much exposure, that means you're just quietly achieving what you need to do. We'll get yourself a nice $15, my apologies. Any quick interviews we're going to get from these drivers?
Yeah, we'll grab them in a second. It looks like Admin Have came out, Race Control came out. Hard Charger was given to Gordon Spain, gaining 12 positions. But I'll tell you who I want to hear from, Biggles, and let's see what they have to say. Let's talk to our race winner here, Brandon Puffenbarger, winning the race here. Let's drag him down here to the booth and see, get a few words in. Brandon, welcome. It's Brad and Biggles. Welcome to the booth here after your win in round 1 here of Racers Elite. Gotta ask you, how are you doing and how do you feel?
Pretty good. I mean, I pretty much stole one from Austin there at the end.
I love hearing you say
Get a little bit more excited there, Brandon. You were battling without the other Brandon, of course, for a lot there. By the way, where's your hometown? Because it says PGH, by the way.
Pittsburgh.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Fantastic. Anyway, yes. Did you think you were going to win this race? Like, get rolled back, 7, 8 cautions earlier?
Not really. I thought I was going to finish like top 5, top 3, because I was keeping an eye on Austin. I saw him pit, so I was like, if he can get through the field pretty quick, he's going to come up here and take it. And then he got up behind me, and I was just waiting for him to move me, and he never did.
What was your strategy going into those final couple of restarts there, especially that green-white checkered? Do you have anything in mind to keep Austin behind? I saw you absolutely take off there on that final restart.
Get out as far as I could to get away from Austin. That was my strategy.
Hey, it seems to have worked, Brandon. Last thing I got for you, anyone you want to shout out, anyone you want to thank, I'll give you 30 seconds. The floor is yours for anything you want to say here.
I just want to thank my painter. He donated a paint for the winter, so it's going to me again. I want to thank Corey for the money. You guys for putting on the show, and Andrew and all the guys for coming out. It's pretty fun.
Absolutely. Biggles, any more questions for Brandon here before we let him go and let him enjoy his Saturday evening and the sweet, sweet smell of victory?
Oh, yeah, in Pensacola, Florida. But yeah, Brad, I didn't predict you to win this one, but if you held off Austin's charge towards the end there and you quietly achieved it with the other Brandon as well, hats off to you, my friend. GG's. Good job. First race win of the season. Got to feel good.
Yep, thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be our race winner, Brandon Puffenbarger. Real relaxed, real calm there. I have a feeling that we're going to be talking to Brandon a bit more as the season goes on. Just looking forward.
Oh, absolutely. You know what I mean? It's like Kimi Raikkonen, isn't he? In Formula One, it's like, yeah, just gonna win. And as per, obviously with the name that we all love too, Puffenbarger as well. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah. And who else do we have? And by the way, hats off to that one. Gordon did get 12 positions gained for the 33 machine. And that's another little aspect to look at, because look at this. Look what Gordon had to deal with, considering at the end of the race that's going on. This is the white flag. He's had to navigate through all this, and somehow, obviously getting involved in some wrecks. But he could definitely do it. God, just more than $10 to that one, my friend. pay for a few hospital bills. Thankfully, in a virtual world, you don't have to worry about that one. But yeah, have we got Austin here? Have a quick yarn too, because I'm just curious about Austin's charge back through the field there.
Yeah, let's grab Austin Smith here and get a quick view. Hey, Austin, it's Brad and Biggles here in the booth. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you, Brad and Biggles?
We are good. I'm good. I won't answer for Biggles. I'll tell you I'm good. However, I got one question for you. You're from Wisconsin. What sort of cheese did you eat before this race? What is that race pace?
He really did that to you, Austin. He really did that to you. Anyway.
Yeah, it was good. I was really fast on that long run, that first green flag run. It felt really good, got into rhythm, and then after that, I just made the wrong decision to pit and should have stayed out. But I was able to work myself back up and got up to second, so not mad.
Now, Austin, you boxed to like a lot out of the sync with everybody else, which we thought it could have been a very, very clever strategy, but sometimes it doesn't always pay off, does it? Like, lost a lot of track position, but more importantly, after the 10 or so cautions that we had after that, you slowly got 1 or 2 positions and another couple of positions, another couple of positions, and by the end of the race, you're in P2.
Yeah, it was a little tricky working through the field there. I was really hoping when I pit that the rest of the field would come with me and then we'd kind of stay out in front, but yeah, I lost a lot of track position there on when I pit. So wrong decision, but anyways, it paid off, I guess. Finished second, so can't be mad.
You had the 28 follow you in and just look at the replay. Nobody else, but it was Austin's like put his hand out the window going, guys, please, hello.
Yes, that is exactly what I was saying.
Wow. Anyway, but you got to remember, you were, I think you almost plumped last at that point, and was like, all right, that's Austin's day over, and then Austin's like, hey, I'm from Cheese Country, at the moment. I ain't gonna give up, and you didn't. I mean, did you expect at that point when you took that pit stop, and everybody else stayed out, you're like, oh, this is it, and I'm lucky to get myself top 10.
Yeah, that's what I kind of told my team. I was like, shoot, we made the wrong decision, so just had to hold on. I was definitely regretting it as soon as I turned in, and I didn't see many people behind me coming with me. So, but anyways, good race. It was fun.
I mean, and then a final question from me before I switch it over to the lovely Bradley. Like, so close to taking. I mean, by the way, for actually 2 questions, your race launches under cautions where you skyrocketed at the start of the race too, mind you. Bradley and I were going, well, is this guy realize we're still here in the 5 Flag Speedway, or is he already off to the next track? Just launched it. You had such a huge gap for a lot of the green flag racing we had at the start. You were off, man. You were start lapping cars, and everybody else was still like way down the field. Like, what? And you did it multiple times on those race restarts, and multiple chances of other drivers trying to do something, but you just a mastermind of that. What does it keep your success to your race starts?
Yeah, it's always easier when you've got the button there, when you can choose when we go. So I was kind of toying with Kyle a little bit on those restarts. I'd go at the front of the box most of the time, and then there's one time when I was waiting until I got to the end of the restart zone, and he actually jumped the start. So that was one way that I eliminated one of my opponents, was just playing a little mind trickery. But yeah, always easier when you have control, and that was how I got out to those big jumps. And then once you have clean air, it's really easy to get in your rhythm.
But you're defensive as well too, because you on the inside line on those race restarts, and then you have to go up to the high line to get the exit speed, and then you come back down, and you're shutting the door instantly on anybody trying to sneak it up on the inside, right?
Definitely, that is always a strategy. Try to get to the outside on the straightaways as soon as you can, so you can get a better entry into the corners, and then roll the center and have a good drive off. So that strategy definitely worked out pretty well.
You have it, Bradley.
Awesome. Last thing I'm going to do here, Austin, is I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Floor is yours. Anything you want to say, anybody you want to thank, floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you guys for the broadcast. You guys are very entertaining to listen to and watch. It's always a good broadcast. Shout out to my team, Midwest Motorsports. We're all working together and trying to get good finishes. Josh in third, part of my team. Good team finish, 2-3. Shout out to my sponsors in Dolly Logistics. hopefully we'll be able to go out next week and see if we can do the same thing. All the winnings from today's race, at least on my part, are going back to Racers Elite, so we can do more fun things like this. So donating those back.
How's that, Bradley? That's admirable for you, Austin Smith. Go ahead, Bradley.
I love that. I just absolutely love that, Austin. So huge shout out to you for doing that and keeping things moving forward here. We love to see people support their league.
Yeah, absolutely. Racers Elite is a great league, and if anybody's watching and they haven't joined in yet, definitely see if you can get in on these Saturday races.
Yeah, get on board.
It's supposed to be fun.
As Michael Smith says, let's go, Austin. Exactly.
So yeah. Shout out to my dad for always tuning in as well, always watching. And
oh, that's your dad? Hello, Michael.
Oh, yeah. Dad's watching. I got a couple of friends watching all over the place, Chicago and up here in Wisconsin.
I love that. I absolutely love that, Austin. So we'll let you go. We'll let you enjoy that P2. Enjoy the sweet smell of a second place finish here in round 1. And I look forward to seeing what you do in future rounds, Austin. You've set the bar very high for yourself, I believe.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Biggles, big talk there from Austin. And I'm looking ahead at the schedule, and I think you and me are in to see some great action going forward, and every one of our viewers are in for some amazing action going from this Saturday night series moving forward here, starting today, 2nd of December, until the 17th of February. I mean, this is going to be a good series.
Oh, yeah, Santa Claus is going to get VIP tickets, isn't he? Along with all the elves, because, I have a little bit of a Christmas break, but it ain't going to be over with the motor racing, this fantastic league, as exactly what Austin had said, and Brandon's fantastic job. But don't forget, Joshua Neal in the P3 position gained 9 places for the 82 machine. I'll show him on the camera right now. He deserves a little bit of screen time. There he is. Yeah, hello, Joshua. For Fort Wayne in Indianapolis, because he knows all about motor racing. As he's looking at the 14 machine. Is that Charlie? Snoopy? And at the moment, yes. You're going to get to see more of these fantastic liveries. Of course, the fantastic support out there from everybody that jumps into the chat. We appreciate that, don't we, Bradley? And
absolutely.
Where are we off to next, actually? Where are we? You driving me, Bradley? God, I'm going to be riding shotgun with Bradley, everybody. So good luck on that one. Where are you taking me?
Yeah, so next week I'm going to take you to Lanier National Speedway next Saturday night for a double-header, 245 lap races coming at you with dirt street stocks. And yes, I said dirt. I'm so excited for that one. Race number 1 will kick off at 9 p.m. Eastern time, with the second race kicking off at 10 p.m. Eastern time. And I tell you what, 245 lap races should be a good amount of action, Biggles. And hey, it's dirt. I don't know about you, but I like dirt racing and iRacing. It presents something very unique.
Yeah, I grew up in the outback in Australia, mate. I'm well used to dirt tracks. Don't worry about that. Motorbikes or 4 wheels, 2 wheels, doesn't really make any difference. As long as you get me there, Bradley, that's all I'm confident with. I'm sure the JP Broadcasting Network will get us there. And I'm sure all the fantastic community of the Racing Elite series will get us there. Of course, there are multiple series, so you join that Discord. Make sure you join up. As you said, fantastic crew. We had 20-odd gladiators out there in the arena. I'm sure we're going to get a lot more. Round 1 of the Super Late Models. My first Super Late Models broadcast. And my first 5 Flag Speedway. But not my first enjoying fantastic racing. Isn't that there, Bradley? Bradley, as you are the lead, my friend, you can call us out this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to take a few seconds here. Thank everyone for tuning in to round 1 at 5 Flag Speedway of the Racers Elite Mix Series here on the JP Broadcasting Network. Check out their Discord. Check out Racers Elite Discord. And, of course, check out JP Broadcasting to see what other leagues and series we've got coming forward. On behalf of Biggles, my name is Brad, and we will see you in 7 days' time at Lanier National Speedway with some dirt street stock action here for Racers Elite.